Hi, this is Lindsay Murdoch with Mind Body Spirit U, the letter U.com. And this video is a brief tutorial on how to tap, just giving you a visual reference point for how to tap, as well as some instructional information to give you a certain level of comfort if you're new to EFT or if you just would like a refresher. So I will start with just reviewing the tapping points for you, helping you locate them on your body by pointing them out on my physiology. So left or right side of the body makes no difference at all. You can tap on both sides, you can tap on one, tap on the other. It's up to you. It's a very forgiving process. So I tap with my right hand because I am right-handed. And the first tapping point just so happens to be on your hand, and it's that fleshy side of your hand, sometimes called the karate chop point, sometimes called the side of the hand point. And you're just tapping right here. The next one, as far as the procedure that I follow, is right on the top of your head. I like to go top of the head and move down. It just makes more sense to me to move through the points in a, it's more logical to me to move through them sequentially, top and on the way down. So the next one is right on the crown of your head. So if you were to imagine pulling yourself up to sit taller, it would be right there, either with the flat of your hand, or you can use the tips of your fingers. Tips of your fingers being slightly more effective in my perception, but really not a lot of difference. Next one is right where your eyebrow starts, right where you would do some plucking if necessary. Next one is the side of your eye, so not back on your temple and not right in your eye, but on that bony edge of your eye socket bone. Following one is underneath your eye, on that bony eye socket area. Next one is right underneath your nose. The following one is called the chin point, but it's actually on that crease sort of halfway between your lip and the end of your chin. The collarbone point is not quite located on your collarbone and a little bit more difficult to locate just through description, but if you find that little divot, the U shape in your collarbone, clavicle, and you move 1 inch over and 1 inch down, it's sort of just below your collarbone where it meets your sternum, your breastbone right there. And the last one located on the body is what's called the underarm. It's actually on the side of your body, on your rib cage, right about where the seam of your shirt would be. And for women, it's right where your bra line would be. Men, it's maybe 4 inches down from your armpit. And you just tap on that one. There are a couple more located on the hand. If you put your hand out as though you're going to shake someone's hand, in line with the nail the nail bed, the end of your nail right there. Base of your nail, that's the word I'm looking for, on your thumb, on all of your fingers. And the last one is what's called the gamut point. We use this one occasionally, and it's right between your ring finger and your pinky finger on the back of your hand there. So that is a description and help finding all the tapping points on your body. So EFT is comprised of the tapping and the words, and it is the mind and the body put together in one. So the mind being the thought energy contained within our mind and in our brains and our thoughts. And we express those using words. And help finding the words is sometimes where people struggle or stumble. So while we're tapping here on the karate chop point, we do what's called a setup phrase. And the setup phrase is comprised of 3 things, and we say it 3 times. So that helps. That's a helpful tip in remembering. The first part of our setup phrase is some form of acknowledgement. So, and even though is usually what we use. So we're acknowledging what we're feeling and where we're at for the time being. The second portion is whatever's bothering us, and this is the variable. The big variable in it. So it might be a headache, even though I have this headache, or even though I'm frustrated, or even though I'm angry, or even though I'm upset. So whatever's going on with you. And if you can't name the emotion, maybe you can name where it feels or what it feels like for you. Some sort of descriptive aspect of what's going on with you. And the third portion is some form of acceptance. For us to move forward, we have to accept where we're at, or we have to grab onto whatever we've got in order to be able to put it down. So it is some form of acceptance. Traditional words is I love and accept myself. For some people that's hard to say because they're new to work around self-acceptance. Or maybe it could sound like I choose to be kind and gentle with myself, or Maybe it's just I'm okay, because truthfully, if we're not sitting in a burning building, we're probably okay at the heart of it. It might not feel like it at the time, and I totally get that, but even just saying I'm okay can be a form of acceptance. So let's just use the example of frustrated, and I will tap through the points, giving you a visual reference and an auditory reference for what that looks and sounds like. Even though I'm frustrated, I'm okay. Even though I'm so frustrated, I choose to be kind and gentle with myself. Even though I'm so frustrated, I could scream. I choose to be a little more calm and collected. Starting at the top of the head and working our way down, we're just going to repeat that middle phrase. So the whatever's going on with us. This frustration. I'm so frustrated. All this frustration I'm feeling. I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated I could scream. I'm so frustrated I could tear my hair out. I'm so frustrated. All this frustration. And then just take a big deep breath and let out whenever you like, and just notice where you're at. So often, just for the sake of documenting what's changed before we started that, even though I'm so frustrated part, giving it a 0 to 10 number, 0 being it's not there at all, 10 being the most I could imagine feeling it. Giving a number gives us the ability to document how it's changed. So maybe you start at a 7, and after doing that round, taking that big deep breath, you find yourself at a 4. And we just keep going through the rounds and repeating until we get down to a 0 and we're feeling good. And that is a basic tutorial of how to tap using EFT and EFT points. Thanks so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon.